A Chicago hospital says they recently performed the first lung transplant on a patient whose lungs were damaged by COVID-19. So could that be an answer for other survivors with a tough recovery ahead? 41 Action News anchor Bryant Madrick talked with medical experts to find out.
According to Johns Hopkins, nearly 600,000 people in the United States have recovered from coronavirus. But people sent to the ICU and placed on ventilators could take months to recover from a virus with a devastating impact.
It can destroy your lungs so much that you can't breathe on your own.
Could lung transplants be the answer for survivors in bad shape? It was for a coronavirus patient in her 20s who was treated in a Chicago area hospital. But Dr. Stephen Stites with the University of Kansas Health System says there's a lot of hurdles to overcome.
You have to clear the virus, you have to be otherwise healthy, and you have to be able to be strong enough, and despite this terrible problem, you have to be good enough clinically to survive the transplant itself.
Dr. Stites adds patients with existing chronic health problems would be excluded from getting a transplant.
Organ failure is the result of a lot of different things. And so this is just one more now unfortunate reason that causes people's organs to fail.
Lori Markham is the head of the Midwest Transplant Network. The nonprofit says there's nearly 2,000 Missourians and 500 Kansans waiting for a life-saving transplant. So what impact is COVID-19 having on the life-saving procedure locally?
In April, we saw relatively the same number of organ donors, but the overall number of transplants went down because heart teams weren't traveling, lung teams weren't traveling. And so we saw it impact in that way.
Markham adds this is a perfect time for people to consider becoming an organ donor. She points out you're not just giving. There may come a time when you find yourself on the receiving end. In the newsroom, I'm Bryant Madrick, 41 Action News.